Hello, and welcome to the first episode of SeggiePants Draws. This series is intended to help you become a better artist. We're going to start out a little slow and tackle a simple subject. Let me know if you like this series, if I should make more. But today we're going to start with something that's basically just a round circle, and that would be Clefairy. Yes, as you can see, Clefairy's body is basically just a distorted oval. And so we're going to draw this Pokemon. Why don't you follow along with me? So the first thing we're going to do is, you can see that Clefairy's got a bit of a motion line. Clefairy is kind of pointed in a certain direction. With my pencil here, I can say that it's basically that direction. We also see a ground line that's about there. So let's begin with that. So we got our little ground line here, and so it's kind of pointed this way as well. This is kind of hard for me to draw because the angle for this setup is really not very good, and you know that's pretty close. Clefairy's body is, as I said, just a big oval. I'm going to call it an egg shape at this time. So as if you try and draw a circle, you don't get out a compass and a protractor or whatever. It would look weird if you got a perfect circle anyway. So what we do is we just sort of keep our wrist loose here, and we just sort of figure out a circle. And if we like it, we add more to it. If we don't, we just switch it around a bit and see if we like something else better. So yeah, we're just kind of doing that. And as you can see, I had it too low down here. I need to leave room for the feet. So there you go. Clefairy's body, if you're looking here, his mouth is about in the middle. So let's do that. That's where Clefairy's mouth will be. Let's make room for this foot here. It seems like about a third of the way up is where this foot is. And it joins in about here. Probably can't see what I'm doing very well. So, and it's got a cute little chubby foot here. So we are gonna want to keep going on the large sections first, not the easy details. And as I said, we sort of pick out which parts of the circle we drew earlier and just sort of make them get a little more defined as we go. So we're going to bring down this bottom foot here. Again, you probably can't see me. Sorry. Okay, so there's our bottom foot. And here's our ground plane again. Angle on this really isn't all that great, is it? Let's put in the arm. The arm looks like, to me at least, it's going around there. And we got a little angle here. So I'm going to taper the hands a little bit. And how big are the hands? There, it's about half the body width. So we'll stop it around there. There's Clefairy's arm. And if you notice, the other arm is kind of at an angle, sort of this way. That's not necessarily where we're going to put the arm. It should be close though. And so if we say it's kind of straight out from here, then, you know, maybe, and then kind of that way from there. And then, yeah, it's about 2/3 or so. So, there. That is probably Clefairy's other arm. And Clefairy's looking like a big old Humpty Dumpty here. And so we want a little space here. And next thing we're going to be doing is these ears. So they're basically just odd triangles. And so they look like they're about 1/3 of the crown of the head. So we are going to do something, oh, I don't know, how about like that? Okay, there's one ear. And this part is awfully small right there, so let's do that. And these kind of go straight across. And there you go. Now the next big thing we're going to do is this little curly Q, and that is about say the length of its leg here. And then, yeah, it kind of goes up a bit. So we'll just say that's about the size of the curly Q there. It actually does go underneath this a little bit, so I think I have to lower that. There's that mouth line. That looks about right. And so we will just sort of start up here again. Just sort of grab the lines that you like better. Keep them going. And eventually, and I'm trying to make it so you can see here, but if I could get the camera better, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal. And there. That looks pretty good. We can get that mouse started. So I think that is about the height of its paw there. And so I think we put its mouth right about there. Now that does seem, maybe that's a little low, so let's move that up a bit. And then, yeah, we kind of take that angle and this angle, and so that should give us something about like that. A nice little happy Clefairy. Looks like it has teeth. Let's get rid of that. Okay. That leaves Clefairy's cheeks and eyes. Well, let's do the eyes first. Actually, I'm looking at this, and I think this is hanging too low. So we'll just go around and fix that a bit. And then that gives us a little extra room for the eyes. Okay, so the first eye is going to be around, oh, I don't know, straight up from here. And it's just sort of a little, I don't know, corn-shaped thing. And then we're going to have another one over here, but it's going to be a little straighter. There you go. That doesn't line up very well. We are going to take that about there. And so, and there. That's pretty good. And in the picture, there's little eyeball lines here. Maybe Clefairy hasn't been getting enough sleep. There's a hair shadow here from the little pompadour. And underneath the eyes, we got these nice, and they kind of just basically line up with the top of the mouth. Got these little flattened discs. That's just sort of the cheeks. And we can get rid of this line. And some of these lines. And we're almost done. Last major thing we got to do is the tail. But first I'm going to work out these fingers here. So we got a nice little thumb here. It looks like this is actually a claw. Doesn't seem to be pointed the way I would have expected actually. And this is kind of a square little claw there. And that's going to come back here. And I'm just going to clean this up a bit. We got a little line where it gets dark at the top of the head. And there you go. And then we clean up our little pompadour a bit. And we're going to fix this ear because I'm seeing it doesn't quite come out the way I wanted it to. And so that is going to be more like, now you can see that. Sorry, I can't watch both at the same time very well. And so as you see, we got this little line here that covers up his body that pushes his torso over top of the back arm. So yes, that's on purpose, and it'll actually make your picture look better despite covering things up. And there's a little foot. Come back over here. Let's come back to this hand. Maybe just a little thumb there. Two more little claws. And that's about it for Clefairy. Except for, you know, the tail we said we were going to do. So, let's get to that. And so, the tail seems to be coming out from about right there. So, that's about, let's say there, and we definitely got the tail poking out back here. So we'll put in a little mark there. Comes out around here. So let's just connect all that up. There you go. And there. That's pretty good shape. I'm not afraid to kind of mess it up a bit. And so if you look at the skin, it's got another little thing around here. So let's just add that in. It doesn't actually go all the way around, but you know, whatevs. And again, we're going to make a line here. That'll push the body in front. And that's going to come back here. I think my chubby little leg is a bit too short, actually. Kind of like the foot, though. So we are just going to sort of move it back a bit. And presto. How's that? And look, we have a basic Clefairy here. I'm going to tilt that a bit. So now I'm just sort of going back in and picking the lines I like and just giving them a little more definition. And as you can see, this makes the picture look nicer. So if we'd done a perfect circle before, as I said, it would look kind of funny. You don't want a perfect circle. You want something that sort of grows organically as you edit with it. So there you go. I think that's basically Clefairy there. But I am trying to teach you some art skills here, even though I don't think I've been doing a good job. So let's shall we add some background some more? We already got this plane he's sitting on, so let's add that in a bit. I can see some grassy type things back here. So let's add in, I don't know, just a little something from that. And it looks like after the tail around here, we have this little blob here. So then we just go from a blob and, you know, add in some details we like. Here's some grasses over here. And we got a little tree stem coming up about like that. So let's add that in. So put the branch in, and then over by his ear, we have some more sort of fluff around here. I see some other little branch type thing here. Some more fluff there. And over by its hand, you see a tree trunk here. And so that tree trunk is a bit lower. So we'll just put it over there, and this kind of points to the fingers. And so we'll put a big tree there, and then there's a big fluffy spot in between the trees. And yeah, we're being purposely very vague here. And that's about it from the detail on the Poke card. And so we'll add in a little extra detail here and there. And yeah, there. And we're gonna move this blob a bit, and because that doesn't look very tree-ish, it should be formed of masses of leaves that sort of push against each other. And yeah, we don't want that just there, because that doesn't really describe what we see in the card. And I think that tree is way too thick. It's kind of pointed in the wrong way too. And so there you go. There's our little Clefairy. Maybe I'll pause here and ink it up so you can actually see what it looks like. Maybe clean it up a bit. Okay. See you shortly.